Welcome back to the Mom and Kid Show. My name is Araceli. I am the mom.
I am Daniel. I'm the kid.
And I'm Damien, the other kid.
And today we are here from our lovely
House.
home.
Home.
Yes.
Today we have another great episode.
They are all great. Great episode. We actually did something really cool this week.
What did we do?
Maybe last week. Well, didn't you... What is the podcast about today?
Oh, we interviewed a millionaire.
Or millionaires.
Oh, really?
A millionaire couple.
Yes.
Yeah, and that millionaire couple has $1 million. Crazy, right?
Well, they
I
are
think they
worth
have more,
$1 million.
but their net worth is more than $1 million. But we got a chance to interview them, and we learned a lot of really great things. So stay till the end if you want to change your relationship with money, if you want to enlarge your capacity to hold more money, and you want to feel safe with money. And so we are going to go into Daniel's
Wise.
Wise
wise words.
with Daniel. All right, so we're going to do our transition. Ready? Wait, no.
It's this way. No,
It's this way.
oh,
3, 2,
I
1.
feel like it's wrong.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Okay,
go.
so today's wise word. Let me see what I have it.
Is it wise
Today's
words or wise word?
wise thing?
Wise message.
So today's wise message is time management. So
Didn't you already do one of these?
I did planning, not time management. And I feel like I could have done better on the planning one because I wasn't planned and I didn't prepare. But this time I planned and
Thank
I
you for your
managed my time.
honesty.
Thank you.
So time management. One of the biggest things about time management that people get wrong
Oh, and it's sprinkling. Hopefully it won't rain on us.
is it actually?
Yeah, you don't feel it?
Is that you don't this is what people don't understand. You don't control time. You control your actions and what you do with time.
Ooh, that's good.
So instead of saying I need to manage my time better, think what am I doing with my time? Okay?
this is
So
why we
like
have
that.
these wise messages.
So today's tip, or one of the tips today, is pick 3 non-negotiables every day. So it could be reading, working out, making like meal prepping, making your bed in the morning, washing clothes. Think 3 things that will make your day
Oh, I
a
like this
success.
energy.
If you do those 3 things, then you can be like, okay, my day was a success. Time blocking. So like you're building on a timeline, you're putting blocks that are when you do things. So you give yourself a certain amount of time to do like maybe a video or a podcast. I don't know, that idea came out of nowhere. And you set a time. Maybe you won't get finished with it, but if you do it from that time to that time, like if you give yourself an hour, then you still have time to do everything else and you still move forward in that area of your life. So then you can go to the gym. Because if you spend all day on the podcast and you're going to be like, man, I did nothing today.
And
So
I
that's
think
another
the
tip.
thing to add
Balance.
to that is like, once you finish with everything, then you can come back to it.
Yes.
I like that.
The third tip is never say, I'll do it later. Later equals never. Procrastination is a big thing.
So when you tell me I'll do it later,
So do you think we should instead say, I'll do it like in 10 minutes?
Well, here's the thing. If it takes less than 5 minutes, do it now. If it's important, schedule it for today. Or schedule it today, and then so you can know when you're going to do it.
So like set a time, not just later.
Mm-hmm. So that's tip 3. Tip 4 is kill your time wasters. So if you don't find time, you cut distractions. Some of the big ones are mindlessly scrolling, random YouTube and
isn't that crazy? Hold the
gaming
pause.
all day.
Isn't that crazy? You'll just start one scroll and then notice it, and it's like 2 hours have passed.
Mm-hmm.
3.
And then you're like, oh, it's only going to take me like a minute to do my work. And then you end up not doing it that day and you feel so bad at the end of the day. So get rid of your distractions. Tip 5 is use work first, relax later rule. So what most people do is they'll relax, they'll feel guilty, and then they'll rush work. What you should do is work, feel accomplished, and then enjoy relaxing.
Oh, can you repeat that?
Work, feel accomplished, and enjoy relaxing. The 45-minute focused rule. Since, hold up. What did I write down? So lock in for 45 minutes. No phone, no distraction. Give it to your mom, your brother. Tell them to not give it to you. Or for 45 minutes. Once those 45 minutes are up, take a 10 to 15 minute break. Not on your phone. Go outside, eat a snack. I'd say I'd rather have people watch TV than be on their phone. Because the TV you can't just scroll and you actually like watch a show.
That is so true.
Go outside. Call your friends. Call your mom. Call your dad. Call your brother. Call your sister. And then tip 7. I have 9 tips. Plan tomorrow the night before. There is a quote by there's a movie.
I think it's Benjamin Franklin who said
Benjamin Franklin said what?
If you plan to fail.
If you plan to
Isn't
fail.
that King Richard?
No, King Richard is the movie that we watched.
King Richard.
But he didn't say it.
If you plan to fail, you fail to plan. So always plan. So write your 3 non-negotiables and then a rough schedule of your day. So then you can wake up with like a direction instead of just trying to figure out things in the morning, which like you're all.
I like that.
And then tip number 9, build a default productive day. So make a template like workout, like wake up, workout, school, content, and then you can chill. So what's important about time management is having a plan, executing most of it, because you're never going to be perfect. You might go some days where you miss 2 or 3 things, and then adjusting when needed. So learn to pivot. Not every day is going to be perfect. So learn to like, okay, this is fine. I can, because you're planning ahead, you'll know when you can schedule it. So that is time management.
Oh, I liked it. I liked the fire that you
really
brought
good.
into it. I liked how much
That's
Fire.
fire.
you
That is
the
just
energy.
the 5.
They are just the fire.
I think time management's one of the most important things. And I have a question for y'all that I thought about. If yesterday was the equivalent of your lifespan, where would your time have gone to?
What do you mean?
Yeah, if yesterday, the whole day yesterday, was the equivalent of your lifespan, you were born in the morning and you died at night, where did your lifetime, where did your time go? What did you get to do?
Fish.
You got to fish.
Got to hang out with my friend.
You got to hang out with your friend. What else? Tell me one more thing that you guys got to do yesterday.
8 chilies.
You ate.
Well, I got better at setting up for this.
Yeah.
You practiced because we didn't record.
What would you have wished you would have done yesterday?
What do I
For your
wish
lifetime.
I would have done?
What do you mean for my lifetime?
Yeah. What is something you did not do yesterday that you wish you would have done if yesterday was your lifetime?
Bro, this ant is super fast. As
Like
soon as it
just-
gets up here, just go.
Just anything that I would want to do
Yes.
like this, like yesterday.
What would you have included if yesterday was your whole life? What was missing out of your whole life, or what would you have wanted to do?
Made a video.
Make a video,
Play guitar.
play guitar. So So that's something that you guys should include every single day
Make a video every single day.
if that's what makes you happy. You don't want to get to the end of your life and be like, I should have done this.
Well, I don't want to make a
Should have
video
done
every
that.
single
That's my
day.
tea.
I want to make it like
What?
every.
That's my tea.
What's your tea?
Okay. All right. That was those were very good wise words, Daniel. Let's get into the activity, or not activity. Let's go into the lesson, which we're going to talk about the questions that you guys asked.
Is it a lesson or just like a?
We're
Review.
just
Just
gonna
telling
talk about what you guys learned from the interview.
Is the interview going to be posted?
No, it will not be posted. But that's what we're going to talk about today. And to go along with this interview, with this podcast episode, I have built a pretty cool activity that you get to decide how much money you need to live your life, so that you can aim for that. And we'll see how it fits into this lesson plan. But if you want to go look at all our activities that we have, where do they go, Damien?
Faith, money, families.
.com.
It's falling on me this time.
And we should bounce it like pew, pew, pew. Okay. So let's go with the first question. The first question that was asked was, well, let us tell you a little bit about the story of this couple. So it is a husband and wife. They came from another country, and they started with nothing, living house to house, like living with people. And so as they progressed, both of them working, they had joint accounts, and now they are positioned with not having to work again and being well off financially, and just enjoying
Just spider ants.
their time and their money. And so I think
Spending time with family.
I think it's a great inspiration and a great example of what
Life can be.
life can be if you actually set it and have that goal and go for it. So, first question. I think you asked this, Daniel. What contributed most to your wealth? What was their answer? What do you remember that that contributed more to their wealth? You can read the summary, because we
Okay.
talked a lot, and so just to refresh, read it.
Oh, okay. Okay. The summary is their wealth started with a clear idea of and long-term vision. From the beginning, they planned to invest so that eventually their investments would work for them. Their goal was not just to earn more money, but to reach a point where they no longer had to depend on active work. So, they also talked a lot about, this is talking about goals, setting goals, and long-term goals and short-term, like, checkpoints, so that they knew that they were moving forward. But yeah, I think it's just a lot of planning, and
Well, they knew that they wanted to reach a age where
they were like,
they weren't
Done
gonna have
working.
to work anymore.
so it was a balance between setting goals and their faith. They said the faith played a big part in that, and the communication in their relationship and
Yeah.
teamwork.
All right,
I think the next question is also him.
Okay, the second question that was asked was, when did they realize they had reached their goal?
When did you realize that you had made it?
Yeah. Do you remember the answer?
I think he said again that it was when he had reached that age and he was able to retire and stop working.
Yeah.
When he had met his goal.
So yeah, because they had set an age. They had set an age, and they had said, we want to not have to work anymore and live off of our investments. So that was when they realized, when they were able to do that. That's whenever they realized they had made it. And so the deeper insight was true success was not about money, but about freedom, peace, and control over their time. And so remember, money is not the goal. It is a tool that's going to get you to that goal, and it's going to help you, but you always like, and I think this is very important, because when you guys have an investment, or you guys have a business, or have money coming in, if you think money is a goal, as soon as, let's say you guys get a check for $10,000. If you think that money is a goal, you guys are going to get that money, and luego you guys are going to want to go buy a bike. You guys are going to go want to buy more games. You guys are going to go buy a trip, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you guys forget about investing and making that money go around, because that's not the end goal. So that's a really, really cool concept that you guys got to see, and how they had put it into play. Okay. The next question was, do you feel like you have a lot of money or just enough? I think this was
Asked by
Damien's question.
Um,
Want to see the
yeah.
notes?
I'm pretty sure I remember this one.
Okay. We'll talk about it, or read the thing.
Right.
You can read
Oh my
it.
gosh.
Very windy day.
Please
Here,
read
put
this
it on
one.
the back of this. You can read it.
Okay. They reached their goal when they were.
It's the last one.
Oh, the last one. Oh yeah, I remember this one. They said they. Wait. They. Okay, I'm gonna just read it. They did not focus on specific amounts of money. Instead, they focus on having enough money to cover their needs and life without financial stress. So basically, they didn't really think about the amount of money. They just thought about like if they'll be able to pay their bills.
So, there's I don't know of a concept, but there's this thing that, a book that I was reading about was talking about how there's never enough money. And I think they got the concept of, I have enough, and the rest of it I use it to build
Invest.
more wealth. But it is that concept of, do I have enough or not? Like,
Do we do the deeper insight?
I think
You wanna do the
the
deeper
question,
insight?
do I have enough, has to do with what you do with your money, because you're never going to have enough money to satisfy you.
True.
Ever, no matter how much. Jim Carrey, I think he won like a World Globe Award, and he was like, every night I went to bed dreaming of 2, and now I'm going to go to sleep thinking of 3, and it's never going to be enough. So what people should focus on, what we learned from the millionaires, is that it doesn't matter how much you have, it matters how you use it. And that's a big trend going on with like the people we've talked about.
The deeper insight is wealth is defined by stability and security, not by numbers.
yeah. Let me see the next one. The next question was, when did you decide not to stay the same as everyone else?
Do
I
you
think
want to see
that's
the
yours.
summary?
Well, he said that he had always like what they saw other families that had also come from their country, and he was like they were making it too. They were like, and he was like, well, I mean, I don't want to stay the same as all these other people. I want to grow like the people that he was looking at. He was admiring, I guess, looking up to. And he was like, well, what are they doing? Let me see what they're doing. And I think ever since he saw them, and that he saw that it was possible to make a life here in the States, and the American dream was possible, he was like, we're gonna change.
Yeah, and I think he introduced the concept here of credit, and about how he got access to capital through credit, like loans and stuff. And so even though people say don't get into debt, Dave Ramsey is one of like
Well,
the
Dave
huge,
Ramsey, he's I think he's just against credit cards because Dave Ramsey is how to get out of the hole.
Which you have to have a balance there.
Yes.
You have to know and be disciplined to pay these off. But I think that it is a way.
Yeah. A lot of millionaires like they use credit cards, and then they just use their debit cards to pay off their credit cards on time. But Dave Ramsey, he's more on how to get out of the hole and to get like to a place where you can grow and you are able to make those decisions to grow. You have to focus on getting out of debt.
Yeah. And I do believe that if you are disciplined and responsible, banks will trust you. And if you get access to loans, you can do a lot with them and reinvest it. And so that was something that they did stress out, that they had reinvested, that they were constantly were reinvesting the money that they were getting. And they did point out that one of the things that, they always had a desire to improve, and it was always a couple's desire. Like they were always together in this and trying to work together, and both build one dream. So I think that was pretty cool. Okay, next question. If you could go back, what would you change? Was that yours?
I think it was, if you could go back, and could change one thing, what would it be? But
Okay.
yeah.
You.
Oh my gosh, that scared me.
Here.
It just gave me a heart attack. Let's see. They said they would have started working for themselves earlier instead of working for someone else. And they recognize that entrepreneurship would have accelerated their progress. So their biggest regret was not starting sooner, basically.
Yeah, so this couple, they had employers, they worked for people, for a lot of years, and then it wasn't until they started doing it on their own that they realized, hey, you can make more money and you can make it out of that rat race if you actually build your own business. And if we look at the Bible, a lot of the stories that are in it talk about businesses. And so I think it is something biblical to own your business, even if you want to work for someone else. It's fine, but have your own business, make some money.
A side hustle, even just start with that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, 7th question. Did you ever think about giving up? Daniel, that was your question.
That was my question, yes. May I see the paper? Okay, so the summary says, they never seriously considered giving up, even during difficult times, especially financial pressure from investments. They stayed focused and relied on patience, faith, and determination. So, they mentioned, I asked them the question, they said no. They said even during hard times, they prayed to God, and they asked Him. It was always His will. And there was hard times, especially with like investments and properties where they struggled. But he said that he always had faith and a good relationship with his wife and with each other, and that played a big part in their strive.
Journey?
In their journey and strive, yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that faith, I know I asked a question about faith, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but that was something that came up consistently throughout their answers, that they had a faith. And I think if you have faith, you trust God, and you have that one goal that you're going for, and everything else starts aligning. So those were very...
What's that Bible verse that says, it's like talking about whoever has faith in the Lord, I know the plans.
Jeremiah 29:11.
And then isn't there another one that's like, everything works out in the good for people who trust in God or something like that.
Romans 8:28, I want to say. I'm not sure. Okay, question number 8. What was one of your biggest mistakes, and what did you learn? I think this was yours, Damien.
Well, whenever I asked them the question, they said there's never really any mistakes in life because you can always learn something, which is like,
Yeah, that is true. They said that.
yeah.
It's just a lesson.
Yeah, but they said one of their like mistake learning
Regrets, I
lessons,
guess.
like kind of like that. They're not mistakes, but I don't know what else to
You
call
learn
them.
from them.
Yeah. They said it was telling people their plans. Like, because they would make plans and they would tell other people, but sometimes other people would just try to ruin them. So they figured.
Like talk them out of it.
Yeah. They realized to just keep their plans to themselves.
And I will tell you guys something. When you tell someone your plans, they might try to stop you. And sometimes they love you and they're trying to stop you because of their fears. So they're speaking from their fears, their experience, their beliefs, and they will speak that into your life. So whenever you guys are doing a business, whenever you guys want to talk to somebody about money, whenever you guys are married and want to talk to somebody about your relationship, always ask someone that is living the life that you guys want.
Yep.
So don't ask a broke person
A divorced
about
person,
money.
or about relationships. Someone who, I mean, it's like you going up to someone who doesn't know how to drive and crashes a lot and hits curbs and runs stop signs, asking them how to drive. It's like, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, so make sure that you're telling and speaking to the people that are ahead and that can speak positivity into your life.
Or
Go ahead.
Or also you could speak to people who are like the same level as you. So I feel like if you find someone who's the same level as you, you can have like a journey with them, like kind of how they
Yeah.
had a journey together.
And actually, I take back about like the divorced people about relationships, because sometimes maybe they do know what went wrong and maybe they can't help
You
you.
have to, I guess, like sense
Yeah.
what their answer is, and if they're like, no, you should never
Always
do
ask
it.
God too.
Ooh, that's good. Okay, number 11. No, number 10.
Yeah.
No, number 9. Who taught you about money? This was yours, Daniel.
They said that no one like like literally taught them about money, like do this with your money, but they saw from the other people that were doing, like living the life that they wanted to live, what they were doing, like saving, investing.
Like nobody had a class, but they
They
learned.
observed, they used their eyes and their ears, and yeah.
Yeah, it says here that they also, again, they emphasized about having good credit and being responsible, and that opened a lot of doors for them. But it was a trial and error kind of thing, and it was through experiences and but yeah, that they did not have someone directly teaching them, which is amazing given the fact that they got so far, that they've gotten so far, you know. And but he did say that it was good to have a mentor. He did stress. He did say have a mentor in life that guides you, and shows you, you know, the way. And so that's coming straight from a millionaire. Get a mentor. Number 10. What was the most difficult challenge you faced?
That was mine. What can I see it? I forgot this one. They took a major risk acquiring a property without having all the money. They borrowed a large amount with a short deadline, risking losing multiple assets. Risking losing multiple assets. They managed to gather the money just in time.
Yeah, they told us a story about how they had acquired their house or a house, and at that time they had put as collateral they had put another property, which means that if they didn't pay it, they could take that property away. And so they were risking several properties, and he didn't know where he was going to get the money from, because it was very like, sometimes just things don't play out the way they need to play out.
The way you plan them.
And so that was a very stressful time for him. That he was in a lot of debt, and so he just. I liked something he said. He said, "Everything that has to happen is going to happen," and so I really I think let me see. Lo que se puede hacer se va a hacer. And so that was really interesting. Like, I love that quote. And it's like, yeah, that's true. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Like, whatever is to be done is going to get done. And just have faith and let go. And let God.
Destiny.
And the deeper insight is growth required taking risks, real risks under pressure, which is where you're helping us. Learning about decision making is helping us. So yeah,
Yep.
he needed a lot, or they needed power in decision making, but they went through with it. Or yeah, yes.
Okay, the 11th question. They see money as oh, no, wait. How do you view money?
I think that's mine again.
That was yours?
Yes. They see money as necessary, but not the most important thing. It does not create happiness, health, faith, and peace are more important. What? Does that make sense? I'm guessing it's saying it does not create those things, but it doesn't create happiness like the stuff.
It doesn't give you happiness, I guess that's what I meant.
But it also, like it said, and peace are more important. Oh, it doesn't create happiness. I did not see that period. It says health, faith, and peace are more important. Yeah. So you may have all the money in the world, but you might not be happy.
Yeah, and I think money should come to give you more happiness. And it can facilitate things. It can make things easier. It could provide for a bigger house. It could provide for a better car.
But pure money doesn't make you happy.
But yeah, that new car, that bigger house will not make you happy.
Never be enough. You only find true happiness in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Amen. Okay, number 12. What sacrifices did you make to achieve your goal?
No, that was
Oh, that was mine.
Oh, right.
that was yours.
That was
That was a
mine.
really good question too.
They said that their biggest sacrifice was having to leave family behind in their country. And I think I don't know if I would be able to do that.
I think they also said that, and it was even harder because once they finally reach success, they can't go back anymore.
They can't go back. So now that they're financially successful, they can help their family, but they can't go back and be with their parents and their brothers and sisters. And I think that is a very common sacrifice between people that are successful and that make it in another place, because it's having to leave all of that behind. And I don't know if I would have the guts to be able to just leave,
Not knowing if you're gonna make it.
not knowing. And I'm glad they made it, but it's still, I think it's a huge sacrifice that they did for their family. And I think they also said that while their kids were growing up, they had to leave them, in daycares and all these
They
other
both
things.
They both worked, like jobs, and they had to leave the kids at home sometimes, and that's something that they had to overcome. One of the biggest sacrifices.
Yep. Okay. 13th question. What helped you stay focused despite distractions? And they said that they balanced enjoying life. It balanced life, and they also did whatever they wanted. Like, they never limited themselves, but they always had the paying off stuff first. So it was, let me pay this off, let me invest, and I can get to enjoy.
I think
But
they
it-
also said, oh, no, continue.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. I think they also said, like, to take they took trips sometimes.
Yeah. And I think it goes back to them saying that they had enough. You know, they had that mentality of enough. So we might think like, oh, how could you have gone to do all these other things that we wanted, that you know, that the world tells you that you have to do, travel, the new car, the new phone, the new clothes, and still invest and do all these things. But it was that mentality that we have enough. And I also think it's very, so if we talk about budgets, right? If we talk about budgeting and choosing which budget to go for, I think it all goes back to aligned lifestyle and choosing how to live your rich life. By Ramit Sethi, he says, you know, you have to know what
How to
kind
be
of
rich, or is
how
there
to,
two books?
how to be rich, or yeah, how to be rich, or how to live your rich. I don't know, something
How
like
to
that.
be rich.
But he says, choose your rich. Like, is it going out to eat? Is it traveling? Is it your clothes? And then be saving that money. Sorry, for that. And so, yeah, it goes. Do you guys, did I make sense? I don't know if I made sense. I think I
Yeah,
did.
you choose your kind of richness. Is it movie richness?
Your enoughness.
Your enoughness. Choose your enoughness. Like movie enoughness. Like living in a giant house, and being all alone. I'm not saying that you have to be all alone. Maybe you do get to live in a big house and be with family, or is it going to be living with family and being happy and eating good food? Choose your richness. Choose your lifestyle, basically.
Yeah, I made sense.
You did.
Okay, the second to last question was, what does faith mean to you? And this one really surprised me, because one of them said that, you know, faith in God, obviously we have faith in God, that he's going to provide, he's our provider, he's going to guide us, we trust him. And then, but they also said that faith in ourselves, faith in themselves, that they were going to be able to make it. And if we go and we think about this, God is inside each of us. And so we should have faith in us, because we know who's inside of us and who is going to help us push forward. It's not going to be because of me. It's going to be because of who I am in Christ and who he is in me, and how he's going to show up when I need him. And the last question is, what advice would you give to the next generation? Do you guys want to answer that question?
I don't recall.
Well, you'll probably refresh your memory. He said that to believe in themselves, avoid distractions. Well, but one of them said that. To avoid distractions and use technology wisely. That they should start having a business as soon as they can. And being responsible because of credit. Having humility, discipline, and faith.
I think they also said don't share your goals with everyone, or like share them with people you know are like gonna motivate you.
Yep. So it was a really good interview. I feel like I learned a lot, and really to see that humbleness, and just the way they think, and how we've seen it come across the millionaires one, like over and over and over. It's not what society paints as a millionaire. I think there's rich and then there's wealthy. And I think what we did was interview wealthy people, and that mindset is totally different. What is one a big takeaway that you guys got? The biggest takeaway you guys got from this interview?
The biggest takeaway.
I feel like for me, it was probably to believe in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And also another really big thing was to not share your plans.
I
Yeah.
think a big one for me was to, I just had it. What was it? Set goals for yourself. Because that was a big thing that they talked about too.
Yeah. The Bible verse that I'm going to
Which goes along with time management.
I was literally about to say that, but I was like, you could have just done the time management because of this.
The Bible verse that I want to tie into this is Matthew 25:21 that says, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in little. I will make you ruler over many things." And this was when they were telling the parable about the talents and how the master had given some of the servants some talents, and some of them had multiplied it, and others hadn't. And one of them hadn't. He even went to hide it. But I think that's something that we have to have in mind. And when we get to the end of our life, we want to make sure that God is like, he tells us, well done, good and faithful servant. And we know that if we do good with a little bit, we can rule over more. And so keep that in mind. When you do receive money, follow along with the money management, but also going along with what your heart says and what God wants you to do with that money.
Don't let other people tell you what
And
to do.
I will tell you something. Sometimes the world tells you investing is going to invest into a property, going to invest into, the stock market. But I have seen from seeing these, studying the people that we've been studying and having this interview, that these people are very generous. And sometimes investing means planting those seeds of being generous with other people. So if you have money and you feel that call and that need, that pull someday, to give to someone, don't hesitate and do it, because there's also kind of like investing into God's kingdom.
Yep.
So that wraps up our
Interview overview.
of a millionaire couple that have made
wrap up.
it.
That is not a wrap.
And so let's go into our giggles.
Our
Giggle segment.
Our
Our ha 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 segment.
Yes, let's go. Cue the sound effect.
ha 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 ha.
So, okay, I think I'm gonna do the reason to laugh and then my jokes last because I have 3 jokes.
Okay.
3 jokes.
They're really funny. They're
Okay.
like
Okay.
not.
But I
like-
can't guess them because if I guess
it's not a
them.
guess, it's like a one-line thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the reason you should laugh today, or something about laughing, is laughing actually releases feel good. It's literally your body's reward system. Whenever you laugh, it makes you happy, and also it relieves pain.
Okay.
It relieves pain.
It's a natural painkiller,
Yeah, I can see
and it
that.
releases dopamine too.
Yeah. All these things are released
That
because
is
of
very
laughing.
interesting.
Yep.
Sometimes something yellow is released when you laugh too much.
Oh my goodness, no, you didn't. No,
You might
you
have to cut
didn't.
that out. I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That was funny.
All right, Damien, you want to go with your joke?
I think I'm gonna do it last because I have
Okay.
3.
I'm going to do an exercise of laughing. We're getting bit by mosquitoes.
Imagine
We're
not
getting-
putting mosquito poison.
Like the last one that we did.
Yeah, getting bit. But
Notion.
I want to say, look at my hat. I didn't even presumirla.
Are we supposed to
It
laugh
looks like
about
there's
it?
beans on
No,
there.
I know. Cocoa beans. Okay, so my exercise is you guys are going to do the lion laughter, which is you're going to open up your mouth real wide, stick out your tongue, and then you're going to laugh.
That's so weird.
There? There?
Damien
Yes.
sounds like an engine when it doesn't have enough gas and it just slowly dies.
You have to open it wide and stick it out in the middle. No, that's still on the bottom
Like
lip.
this?
There?
Yeah. Okay, Daniel, go on. With your shower
So-
thoughts.
Let's see. My shower thought. What was it?
Do you have to go shower?
Is water wet? Is water wet?
Depends,
Are
is it-
fish wet? Better question. Are
I
fish?
think wet is whenever you get out.
So what are you when you're in water? Like
You're
what are the
just
fish?
in water.
So you're submerged underwater?
You're just water.
You're not water when you're in water. I'm in air.
You
I'm
can't
not
be
air.
wet though. Like, are you dry? I mean, yeah, I guess you're dry now.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're dry when you don't have any water on you and you're outside of land, then you're wet when you're in water.
I don't know.
Did I just say when you're outside of land?
I don't know.
That's what you said.
All right.
Okay, Damon, go
It
with your
should be
jokes.
like a flashback where it's just like all gray and you're like,
Go with your jokes.
With your 3 jokes.
okay, I'm gonna start with the least funniest. I used to eat soap only. My diet's clean now.
Okay.
Okay. That was a pretty good one.
Okay.
Your one's good.
This one's alright. I've been reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down.
Get it? Because it's like,
Okay. This is probably the funniest one out of the 3. I used to play piano by ear now. I used to play piano by ear, but I play it by hand now.
Okay.
Okay, those are good.
I just
those are-
released dopamine.
That joke caused me more pain. Okay.
Okay.
You need to laugh more.
Well, that is a wrap up.
At
That
least
is a
you'll
wrap
laugh
up.
this time.
Remember that you guys can go visit faithmoneyfamilies.com to download the activity. The activity for this lesson is you're going to calculate how much money you need to be able to cover your needs or the lifestyle that you want, and then you can have that goal set for you. And then you'll have other activities because that's how we do it.
I feel like this whole episode I've had an emote.
We will be doing our other episodes on about a money concept, and if you want to learn or you want your family to learn more about money, go to faithmoneyfamilies.com. Check out our courses. Our course right now that we have available is What is Money? 7-week course that teaches you exactly what money is. And so enjoy it. Have fun with it.
And also, if you want to watch more of our videos whenever we post them,
Like-
make sure to subscribe.
Like and hit the little notification bell
Turn the notification bell
on.
to not have the X
Yeah,
or
so
the
make
line.
it on.
So that way you get notified whenever we post.
These
Yep.
awesome videos.
So that way you can get smarter. Money smart.
Yep. Well, from outside of our house with a bunch of mosquitoes, this has been the Mom and Kids Show, and we will see you
At the table.